Alright. Sorry about that. For whatever reason, the honestly, my OBS just decided to completely cut out there. So, my apologies to that. So, we'll initiate everything again, of course. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in between and beyond. Welcome to Let's Laugh featuring Drew Carey. We're about halfway done his Wikipedia article. I think we've kind of gone through most of the more interesting things, but we are still going to go into his writing and stuff like that. So that's where we left off. At least that's as far as I know. So let's get into that. Carey has routinely written through his career. He wrote his own material in his early stand-up career before writing sitcoms. In 1997, Carey published his autobiography, Dirty Jokes and Beer, Stories of the Unrefined, where he shared memories of his early childhood and of his father's death when he was 8. He also revealed that he was once molested, has suffered from bouts of depression, and had made 2 suicide attempts by swallowing a large number of sleeping pills. The book discussed his college fraternity years while attending Kent State University and his professional career up to that time. The book featured large amounts of profanity and, as the title suggested, includes multiple dirty jokes. There is one at the start of each chapter and references to beer. The book was featured on the New York Times bestseller list for 3 months. There, we got through that part. Photography. Carey can sometimes be seen on the sidelines of U.S. national team soccer games as a press photographer. His images are sold via wire services under the pseudonym Brooks Parkendage. He was the 2006 FIFA World Cup of the summer of 2006. He was at the 2006 FIFA World Cup in the summer of 2006. A little bit of editing needs to be done on Wikipedia. Big surprise. For his television show, Drew Carey's Sporting Adventure. Personal life. Carey adopted his crew cut hairstyle while serving in the U.S. State Marine Corps. He underwent refractive surgery to correct his vision and, for a time, did not require glasses, but continued to wear them for the purpose of recognition and celebrity identity. That is actually not a bad idea. If you're a celebrity and you go through, if you get LASIK eye surgery and stuff like that, and you want people to still recognize you, pop the lenses out of the glasses, put them back on, people will recognize you, take them off, people won't recognize you anymore. Just makes sense. On May 17th, 2006, episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, Carey revealed that when he turned 40, he developed a need for bifocals. As of 2007, Carey resides in Los Angeles and New York City. Carey proposed to Nicole Jarkaz, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, in 2007. The couple did not wed or call off their engagement. The couple did not wed and called off their engagement in 2012. That's sad. In January 2018, Carey announced his engagement to sex therapist Amy Harwick. They ended their engagement that November, but remained close on February 15th, 2020. Harwick was found dead in Hollywood Hills neighbor, and her ex-boyfriend, Garneth Pursehouse, was arrested in February 2020, and in 2023 convicted of her murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Wow. That is all I have to say about that is wow. Carey is a Buddhist. I did not know that. I like how it's just one simple sentence. Carey is a Buddhist. After all that. Like, I feel like the Buddhist part should have been mentioned a little bit earlier in as far as his personal life goes. It's just a weird way to end that particular chunk of his life. Health. After suffering chest pains while filming The Drew Carey Show in August of 2001, Carey underwent coronary angioplasty. This is why I'm not a doctor, ladies and gentlemen, aside from, the intelligence thing. Although his weight was a comedic topic throughout his sitcom and improv shows, Carey began a diet and exercise plan in 2010 and lost considerable weight, which he has also claimed has cured his type 2 diabetes. Nice. And had cataract surgery in 2020. Political views. Don't really want to get into a lot of political stuff, but let's see what it has to say. Carey is an outspoken libertarian. He said, I believe the answer to all the problems we face as a society won't come from Washington, it will come from us. So the way we decide to live our lives and our directions, uh, decisions about what we buy and don't buy as much more important than who we vote for. I'll agree to an extent on that. I will, to an extent. Kerry expressed his distaste for the Bush administration management of the Iraq War, specifically on September 14th, 2007 episode of Real Time with Bill Maher. He made donations to Ron Paul's presidential campaign in the 2008 election. On the September 26, 2008 episode of The Late Night Show with Craig Ferguson, love me some Craig Ferguson, Kerry def- defended libertarian to host Craig Ferguson as a conservative who still gets high. That is an interesting way to look at libertarianism. I'm not going to lie. In 2016, he supported the Libertarian Party. Presidential candidate Gary Johnson is in his run for office and was made an honorary chair for the campaign for California. Kerry has voiced his political beliefs in several interviews and in 1998 led a smoke in defense of California's newly passed no smoking ordinance inside bars and restaurants. He has hosted a series of mini documentaries, The Drew Carey Project on Reason.tv, online project for Reason Foundation, the libertarian orient nonprofit think tank on whose board of trustees he sits. The first episode of Gridlock addressed private highway ownership and was released in October 15th, 2007. Other episodes discuss such topic as animate, do, animate domain, urban traffic, congression, and medical marijuana. Kerry endorsed and donated money to Joe Biden in 2020 United States presidential election early in the cycle. He also donated to Tulsi Gabbardine and Bill Weld. So nothing huge in the political thing. Like, he's not super political, but he will talk about it if prompted. All right, sports movement. Kerry is a devoted fan to the U.S. national soccer team, Cleveland Brown, Cleveland Charlotte, Cleveland Guardians, and Columbus Blue Jackets. In 1999, he was part of the pre-game ceremonies at the first game of the return of the Browns, televised on ESPN. Kerry attended the 2006 FIFA World Cup in Germany and the 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa. Kerry is majority owner of the Seattle Sounders FC, who began to play in Major League Soccer on March 19th, 2009, and who won 2 MLS Cups. Carey is a fan of FC Berkalia, Berkand, Berkaloa, and was a season ticket holder for the Los Angeles Galaxy in 2006. Carey has shown his support for Cleveland basketball teams by throwing the baseball teams, by throwing the first pitch at an August 12th, 2006 home game against the Kansas City Royals. He was rewarded by them for being the greatest Indians fan alive, with a personal bobblehead doll made of his likeness that was given to fans. Carey responded to his bobblehead likeness by saying, "Bobblehead Day for me is as big as getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame." And I think everybody has their own little, like, if this thing happened, this is like, that's how I know I'll make it, kind of thing. I feel like that. 2001, Carey was the first televised actor entered enter the World Wrestling Federation 30-man Royal Rumble match, which he did to promote an improv comedy pay-per-view at the time. He appeared in a few backstage segments before his brief participation in the match. Upon entering the ring, Carey stood unopposed for more than half a minute, but after the next entrance, Kane refused a monetary bribe. Carey eliminated himself from the match by jumping over the top rope and retiring to ringside. On April 2nd, 2011, Carey was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame by Kane. Carey competed against 5 other celebrities in the first celebrity edition of the 2003 World Poker Tour, something I absolutely love to watch. He placed 5th, beating the only other actor, Jack Black. Carey won $2,000 for his charity. Here's the thing for charity things like that. Everybody wins when it comes to a charity thing like that, because a lot of times, even if you come in like second or third, chances are other people will donate to your thing because they like you as a personality. For example, Penn Jillette, when he was on Celebrity Apprentice, he ended up there was more donations made in his name to his, which I think was the Boys and Girls Foundation. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry if I'm wrong on that. But there was more donations made in his name from individual people than what he would have made if he would have actually won. So, when it's something for charity like that, I always say, this is, like, nobody, even if you come in last place, more people know about your charity. You're not losing, plain and simply. On May 15th, 2011, Carey completed the Marine Corps' historic half marathon in 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 2 seconds. Then on September 4th, 2011, he completed the Disneyland half marathon in 1 hour, 50 minutes, and 46 seconds. On October 30th, 2011, Carey finished his Marine Corps marathon with a chip time of 4 hours, 37 minutes, and 11 seconds, placing 10,149th out of 20,940th. You know, closer to the winning side than the middle, so yeah, that's gonna say something. What's gonna say? Philanthropy. Carey is a supporter of libertarians, crediting them for being his successful comedy career. On May 2nd, 2000, in a celebrity edition of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Carey selected the Ohio Liberty Foundation to receive his $500,000 winnings. He later went on to win an additional $32,000 in the second Celebrity Millionaire, making him one of the biggest winning contestants on Millionaire who did not win the top prize. Carey also has played on World Poker Tour in Hollywood home games for the Cleveland Public Library charity. In June 2007, he offered to donate up to $100,000 in $10,000 increments to the Mushi Merrick Memorial Fund if anybody could beat him at the video game FIFA Soccer 2007 on the Xbox 360. Carey dared 5 players from both the U.S. men's and women's national teams to compete against him. He ended up donating $100,000 plus $60,000 for losing 2 games out of the 6 he played. That's not bad. He's a little bit of a gamer. He's a little bit of a gamer. In October 2009, Carey made a bid of $25,000 in a charity auction for the @Drew Twitter account. He later increased his offer to $100,000 if the number of followers of his account, Drew from TV, reached $100,000 by the end of the auction. In an interview with CBS News, he said he would instead donate $1 million to the charity Live Strong Foundation if his follower account reached 1 million by December 31st, 2009. In September 2014, Carey promised $10,000 to help find the perpetrators of the fake ice bucket challenge involving an artistic 15-year-old Ohio boy. Instead of being doused with ice cubes and water, received a shower of feces, urine, tobacco spit, and cigar butts. Shortly thereafter, celebrities Donnie Wahlberg, Jenny McCarthy, and Montel Williams matched Carey's offer. Several teens were eventually charged and admitted to the prank, though they denied that there was feces in the bucket or that they knew the victim was diagnosed with autism. Still shitty. Like, yeah, the poop factor is really gross, but come on. Like, I'm sorry. When somebody gets harmed on that level, it's not a prank anymore. Like, plain and simply, it's just not a prank anymore. During 2023 Writers Guild of America strike, Carey announced to pay for free meals for the striking workers at 2 Los Angeles restaurants, Swingers and Bob's Big Boy. According to New York Times, the tab of Swingers was averaging $10,000 per week. See, that's the kind of stuff. When the writers' strike happened, that's the kind of stuff. Because he was on The Price is Right, but he wasn't doing anything that involved like a ton of writers. Game shows don't usually have a shit ton of writers. But like Conan, he was still paying his staff normally, even though they weren't technically working, because that's the whole point of a strike. So to do something like that, especially when you are or have been a writer, you know how shitty people are being treated. To do something like that shows that you, at least on some level, get it. Filmography, sorry. In 1993, he was the taxi passenger in Coneheads. In 1999, he was himself in Big T's. In Robots, he was Crank. In The Aristocrats and Jack and Jill, he played himself. Television, The Torkless Son. I don't know what that is, but okay. Drew Carey, Human Cartoon, The Good Life, Adventures of Pete and Pete, Freaky Friday, The Drew Carey Show, of course, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. He was on Home Improvement? Weird, I did not know that. I'm going to have to look that up now. The Weird Al Show, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Dharma and Greg, The Larry Sanders Show, Whose Line Is It Anyway, King of the Hill. That's right, he played he played basically Hank's doppelganger in King of the Hill. I forgot about that. Baby Blues, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Geppetto, WWE Royal Rumble 2001, Carey's Improv All Stars, Drew Carey's Green Screen Show, The Late Show, Drew Carey's Sporting Adventures, Power of 10, Price is Right, The Simpsons, Community, Drew Carey's Improvaganza, Family Guy, Talking Dead, which is interesting. I didn't know he was a fan of The Walking Dead. Dancing with the Stars, Late Night with Craig Ferguson, Scorpion, Bill Nye Saves the World. I didn't know he was on an episode of that. NCIS, American Housewives, The Masked Singer, Celebrity Family Feud, Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, The Game Show Show. And even though it said that he was in another music video, the only music video they put is the Weird Al one. Okay. And then Awards and Honor, Cable Ace Award, TV Guides, 100 Hottest New Faces in 1995, Seattle Award for Best Actor, People's Choice Award, Comedy Central's 100 Greatest Stand-Up Comedians of All Time, which is why we're here now, and Southern California Journalism Best Journalism Award winner. He also two-time MLS Cup champion, military, United States Navy Memorial Foundation Lone Star Award. Oh, and it was presented to him while he was on on an episode of The Price is Right. That's kind of cool. He has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, of course, the WWE Hall of Fame, and DHL for Cleveland State University. And I want to pick up his biography now. Just reading all this sounds really interesting. Alright, that is the entirety of Wikipedia. Whew. This is the reason why I was actually kind of happy when I found out the comedy special we're looking at right now is a little on the shorter side, because I knew this was going to be a bit of a long one. Now, before we start this, for those of you who are watching on YouTube and don't want to lose anything, I'm going to send you the link to my Twitch account, just on the off chance that if YouTube decides it doesn't, it wants to be a butthole about things, then, you know what? That's okay, because we have backups. So that is going into the chat right now, and that is probably giving you guys a little bit of the information over how much latency this particular thing has. But now that we've gotten everything out of the way, let's check out Drew Carey's very first comedy special, and I actually think his only comedy special that he ever put together, which is a shame because I would like to see more of his comedy specials. I regret nothing. But that being said, let's sit back, relax, and enjoy.
The following presentation is not rated. It contains adult language and adult content. Viewer discretion advised.
It's point the flame! Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Carey!
Thank you very much.
The following presentation is not rated. It contains adult language and adult content. Viewer discretion advised.
It's Point the Flame! Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Carey!
Thank you very much. Thank you. I felt like Mussolini on the balcony right there. Soaking it up. Hey, great to be here. Thanks for coming out. And I don't know why people laugh at me all day long. They always laugh at me because they say I look like that guy from the ad in the back of the comic books for X-ray specs. Somebody told me this week I look like the man from the Forest City Auto Parts sign. Yeah, tough to live with, but at least I get paid, you know. A lot of people look like me. They don't get a goddamn dime. So it's great to be here, man. I'm glad to be anywhere, to tell you the truth. I got bad news in the mail last time I was home. Found out I got my high school reunion coming up. Yeah. Ever been to one of those? Don't go if you've never been. That's a lot of pressure, man. High school reunion. You get that letter in the mail, and right away you feel like you only have 6 months to make something of yourself. Come on, 7. Daddy needs to lose weight and get a new career. Come on, baby. I'm the only one that still looks like his graduation picture, though. So. Yeah, I might go. A lot of good things happened to me since high school. You know, all my pimples are almost gone. I was worried about that, you know, pimples, until I got to my junior year. Then I quit worrying about them. I developed this little high school pimple theory. I really thought this when I was 17. I thought of this in science class. I thought that when you get older, your pimples would go away automatically. See, I thought that God built something in your DNA, so when you reach a certain age, poof, they're gone. Like a big miracle, gift from God for being an adult. I didn't know the truth. Truth is, when you get older, your pimples just get together with their families, and then they retire and move down south to your ass. Yeah, it's like Florida to them. They save all their lives to move down there. And on the way down, they plant hair. Then they get big lawn chairs. I love it here, Agnes. Got a full moon. Nice breeze coming in here. It's that damn humidity. That's what I can't take. Humidity. Yeah. No smokers in this room, huh? You're not allowed. Where's all you smokers out there? Yeah. I knew there was a ton of y'all pissed off. Killing yourselves. You know that, don't you? That's right. Slow suicide with those cigarettes. Yeah. Of course you know that because people tell you every time you light up. Yeah, boy, you can't get enough good advice when you're smoking a cigarette, can you? Every time you light a match, you're killing yourself. Holy fuck, I didn't know that. Oh, my God. I'm glad you showed up. God bless you, citizen. Hey, honey, almost killed myself. This guy saved my life. Death in a box. Wow, oh, my God. That's how people expect you to act, isn't it, when they butt into your life? Like you're supposed to be so grateful they pointed out your faults to you, you know, try to help you out. Like, say, you know, that cheeseburger is going to give you a heart attack. What? I almost swallowed that goddamn thing. Jeez. Doesn't the government regulate this shit? Man. Thank God for you, sir. I almost had a moment of joy. Safety Nazi, fuck off. I'm feeling great. Before I forget, since I'm in Cleveland, the only place I can do this. This is this impression I've been working on. This is my impression of Bernie Kosar. Here's Bernie scrambling. Go, Bernie, go. I love the guy, man. I love great court. I love the Browns, but man, was he a lead foot, man? Hey, watching him scramble, it's like watching the last minute of The Longest Yard. You know? Bernie scrambles, he's into the 30 to the 31. Ooh! It is so tough being a sports fan from Cleveland sometimes, I'm telling you. Oh, summertime's the worst, because everybody makes fun of the Indians because, you know, they kind of suck. I know they try hard and everything, but it doesn't matter, because they suck. That's not even the worst part. They know they suck. They know they suck, you know they suck, and they know you know they suck. Every year they give you the same bullshit. Buy your tickets now. It's going to be hot here for the drive. It's going to be great. We're going to have a new stadium. You can watch Blues and Loge. Buy your tickets. They're so full of shit. See, I think teams like the Indians, after a while, they should be allowed to play another game. You know, when they're in last place, the All-Star break, fuck it, don't play another game. They know they're going to lose. Why should we have to waste our whole afternoon watching them? Get the game over with. They should make them get on the mound, face the outfield, just whip the balls. I hear, what do you want, a triple? There you go, pal. You know, I don't know if you ever watched a baseball team real close when they're in last place in September, like the Indians are every year of my life. But they don't give, the teams in September, when they're out of it, they don't give a shit. You should watch them real close. What is it, my at-bat? Ugh. They run out to the field. Hey, can I borrow your glove? Thanks, man. Long fly ball to right field. Holy shit, can't believe it. You know? At least they play in the summer. I love Cleveland in the summer, you know. Hate Cleveland in the winter. Nobody likes Cleveland in the winter. It's too cold. All we want to know is where the hell's all that global warming we've been hearing so much about? That's all I do here in the winter is stand outside with an aerosol can, like, shh. That's right. Fuck the grandkids. I'm cold now. I need some meat today, damn it. Just joking around, of course, about that aerosol thing. Just kidding. I don't want any of you hip East Side Earth people getting in my face after the show's over. Beat me over the head with an owl. Don't you love the Earth? I love the Earth. Here, have a crystal. Thank you very much. A lot of people take that Earth Day shit way too seriously, man. Did you have a good Earth Day this year? I had a great Earth Day. Drove around with my muffler off. Flicking butts out the window. Then I hit a deer. It's okay, though. I never hit a deer, you know, unless I intend to eat it. I'm a sportsman, goddammit. I got an orange bumper on my truck and everything. Had your chance, Bambi. Oh, you should see some of the complaints I get at a club when I say hit a deer. Hey, you can't do that. All these animal rights people get on my fucking nerves, man. They don't want to save all the animals. They just want to save the cute ones. You'll never see a Save the Lab Rat campaign from these people. The latest big thing was dolphin save tuna. That's what I noticed lately. That's their big victory. Dolphin save tuna. That's great if you're a dolphin. What if you're a fucking tuna? Somewhere there's a tuna flopping around on a ship somewhere. Hey, what about me, son of a bitch? Not cute enough for you, huh? What? Yeah, I like it here, man. I'm having a great time. I got a lot of Catholic friends in town. For some reason, I don't know why that is. Cleveland must be a big Catholic town. I don't know how many Catholics are in the crowd. I don't care either. I saw this on TV. I saw the Pope on TV not too long ago, and I never saw this before. he was driving around in his Pope-mobile. This is amazing. I don't know if you're... This Pope's got this tricked-out car. He's got bulletproof glass all around it so he can wave to people. And then he's got bodyguards all around the bulletproof glass. So what's the Pope doing with bodyguards and bulletproof glass? Is he afraid somebody's going to shoot him, he's going to die and go to heaven? That'd be horrible, huh? You know, if the Pope's afraid to die, what the fuck chance do we have? You think if anybody'd be walking around with his balls out all day, it'd be the Pope. That doesn't send out a good signal to me, you know, having a bodyguard and all that stuff. Doesn't he believe half the shit he says? What was he reading the Bible one day? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Uh-oh, I better get a bodyguard. I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. But just in case, I'm getting a Pope-mobile. I'm not taking a chance. What if it's wrong, I tell you? Don't get me wrong, don't get pissed if you're Catholic, you know. I'm not anti-Pope, I'm just asking. So what's a legitimate question, you know? It's not like I'm ripping up his picture or anything right in front of you. I hear that reaction? Boy, you Catholics don't forget that shit, do you? You guys know how to hold a grudge. I like you Catholics. Well, it's been like months, man. We're still Catholic. All my Catholic friends still pissed off about Sinead O'Connor ripping up the Pope's picture on TV. I'll tell you, if you're Catholic and you're still pissed about that, let it go. I'll tell you why. Nobody gives a shit what Sinead O'Connor has to say. Yeah. Especially the Pope. You think the Pope was back at the Vatican that night? Hey, fuck her, man! Oh, you are fucking with the wrong Pope, bitch. I want her dead, you hear me? Dead, dead, dead. So... Oh, man. Yep, having a great time here in Cleveland, man. I'm sure the Pope will go right to heaven if anything ever happened to him, you know. Yeah, I should get rid of that Pope-mobile, man. People worry too much about their death, don't you think so? I got a lot of family, some people in my family are taking out living wills already. That's bullshit. Don't make it a living... I'm never going to make out a living will. That's a terrible idea. Here's why. See, if you make out a living will, you can tell your family, your friends, your doctor, that if you ever slip into a coma or turn into a vegetable for some reason, you give them permission to go ahead and unplug you and put you out of your misery. What kind of bullshit is that? Here, let me ask you seriously. What if being a vegetable is the greatest thing that ever happened to you? That's right, you don't know. How are you going to tell me you changed your mind? You can't, you're fucked, you signed a paper. You know? You'll be laying in a coma. Boy, I never felt better in my life. Oh, I love this coma. How relaxing. Ooh. Who'd have thought? Yeah. Here comes the doctor and the nurse to unplug you. Hey, cut it out. I'm going to enjoy my coma. Hey, hell, I'm not paying for it. I got family, I got Medicare. Fuck it, don't touch me. It'd be like having a government job. Be like working for the post office or something. No postal workers out there, is there? Just put the gun down. I'm just joking. Don't get upset. You don't want to piss off the post office. They're in a hair trigger down there, boy. What's gotten into postal workers lately, boy? Did something get into the glue? Like every 10th stamp. Ugh. Doesn't it seem like once a year a postal worker has to flip out and shoot up the joint? And then they blame it on the stress. Oh, the sleet, the snow. It's the dogs, man. They're everywhere. The dogs. I can't get the dogs out of my head. What the hell is so stressful about working at the post office? They don't do shit. I've been to the post office. probably under a lot of stress lately because they can't do the math anymore since they went to 29-cent stamps. Excuse me, I'd like 6 29-cent stamps. Oh. Oh, speaking of death and destruction, I moved out to Los Angeles just a couple years ago, and boy, does that town suck. And have you been? I live in Hollywood proper. Yeah, ever been to Hollywood for a visit? Shithole, isn't it? Yeah, you'd think it would be glamorous before you go there. Let me tell you, it is a shithole. Man, there's nothing but homeless and hookers every 5 feet. I'm telling you, you can't even walk down the street. No, get away from me. No, don't want any. No, fuck off. No, don't touch me. No. And you know, the homeless, there's very few homeless, like actual homeless people out there, and I feel bad for them when I'm in Hollywood on the street. Most of them are just mean drunks. Those are the guys I can't stand. Did you ever get these guys when they're just like nasty drunk? Give me $1. I get those guys all the time. Give me $1. Hey, I'm not going to give you $1. Fuck you. There. Earn the $1. Jump up and down. Play the kazoo. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my right there. Look the hell. The one good thing about living out there is you see a lot of celebrities. I'm kind of starstruck still, you know, in L.A., seeing stars. I saw Sally Struthers walking down the street. That was kind of cool. Well, you know, gave her $1. I just felt bad for her. She's got that ad for the correspondence school. Have you seen that? It's pathetic, isn't it? That's how I knew she hit the skids, you know. And those correspondence schools are full of shit, too. How can they teach you all that stuff through the mail? They claim they'll teach you everything through the mail, don't they? I saw an ad once. They claim they teach you veterinary medicine through the mail. Jesus, hate to be a dog in that house. Mail's here. Talk about being a regular at the pet store, man. Hey, didn't I just sell you a puppy? Going to Texas pretty soon. Anybody from Texas been to Texas? Heard of Texas, the rest of you? Woo! If you're from Texas, let me say hello to you. Woo! That's how people say hello in Texas. Woo! Gets really fucking annoying after a couple weeks. How you doing there, pal? Woo! Yeah! They're always wooing all the time down there because don't they have about 1 million drive-through liquor stores in Texas? Woo! You're damn right they do. I never saw anything like it in my life. There's a couple drive-through liquor stores around Cleveland if you know where to look. In Texas, they're everywhere. There's like one. They're like 7-Elevens. They're one at every corner. If you never saw a drive-through liquor store, it's what it is. I can't believe these things are even legal. It's a big-ass liquor store, right, with a window on the side where you can drive up and buy Jack Daniels, beer, whatever you want, while you're driving. It's almost a good idea. Just a thing for that drunk driver who's constantly on the go. Hey, no time to stop at a real bar. I got things to do today, pal. Places to go, people to hit. Busy, busy, busy. And it's not enough hours in the day to hit everybody you want to hit. Woo! Christmas time, up on the sidewalk. That's what the world needs more of, isn't it? Drive-through liquor stores. Yep, they're everywhere, but don't smoke a joint in your own damn house. That's against the law. Uh-oh. I was waiting for that big "We're with you, Drew" round of applause there. Everybody just clammed right up. Everybody's laughing along until I said joint. The whole audience. Joint? What's a joint? Never heard of a joint. What are you talking about, joint? Don't come in, Ma. I'll get a job tomorrow. I'm not saying that to promote drug use or anything like that, you know. Or maybe I am. Take drugs. There, I said it. Fuck it. Say, every nightclub I work, people are drinking beer and whiskey, and every sporting event sponsored by beer company. How come we can have all of one but none of the other? I can't believe the government has the nerve to limit the ways I can hurt myself. Next thing you know, I won't be able to do this. What kind of bullshit is that? It's a war on drugs that gets me. Isn't it, don't you think it's like bullshit the way they do it now? It's a big waste of money. Yeah. And drugs, everywhere you look. Anybody that wants drugs can get drugs, and the government's spending all that money pissing it away just so they can put on a big show for the people that are against drugs. Just because those people happen to vote. See, I don't think marijuana smokers get to the voting booth as often as they'd like to. What, it was yesterday? Ah, fuck. Every year, man. I thought it was Super Wednesday. Boy, Clinton does. Boy, he shouldn't be leading any war on drugs, that's for sure. I think he smoked the whole bag. And you know what else? I think he still smokes. I think the DEA just gives him all the best shit they confiscate. He just, I mean, you know, can't make up his mind. He jogs at McDonald's. Read the clues. I'm not a streetwise drug genius or anything, but boy. I don't like the whole government, actually. I'm not making fun of just Clinton. I hate them all. Democrats, Republicans, they're all out to screw me. That's how I feel. I only got one impression my whole life. This is my impression of Foghorn Leghorn, the big rooster. This is Foghorn Leghorn as a United States congressman. Foghorn is a congressman. Look at me. I'll say, look at me while I'm fucking you, boy. Doo-dah, doo-dah. I do that good because I have kind of a foghorn body, don't you think? I got a bad body, in case you hadn't noticed. That's why I'm wearing this big-ass suit. You women in the audience, you ever talk about men's bodies like they're meat? I know you do, don't even lie. That's right. Every time you're with your girlfriends, look at that baby, that's USDA Choice Prime Cut. Yeah, my body's the part they make hot dogs out of. I have a lips and a hooves kind of a body. I'm chunky, you know, I got this gut. That's what bugs me. If I put on a pair of bikini underwear, I look like a Bartlett pear with the rubber band wrapped around the bottom. It's okay, though, because I don't wear bikini underwear. You know why? Because I am considerate of my fellow human beings. Thank you. How come more people in America aren't that considerate? That's what I'd like to know. Here's a little tip for you, folks. A little hot weather, summertime tip from me to you. If you don't have a good body, cover it the fuck up. I've had it, you know. It's not even here. It's everywhere. I was in Atlantic City. I saw this guy. He was on the boardwalk. He wasn't on the beach. He was on the boardwalk where people are trying to eat. This guy's got his shirt off, big fat hairy belly hanging out. Blah. Oozing over. Big fat hairy belly. Blah. I know you've seen this guy because he travels all over the country. He's wearing nothing but flip-flops and a little pair of Speedos. Tell me about it. And he's puffing a cigar like, where's the babes? Where's the babes? They're in the bushes throwing up. Why don't you shave your back while you're at it, pal? Scaring away the seagulls. It's just, you know, I'm not trying to meet cheap fat jokes or anything like that. I'm overweight too, you know. So don't think I'm getting on your case or anything. So the last thing I need is every fat guy in the crowd corner me out in the parking lot. Or, there he is, get him. I earned this body, man. I eat a lot of greasy food, man. I love that food. Every kind of greasy garbage piece of shit you can shove in your mouth on there. Denny's has my favorite food, man. Morning, noon, and night I'm at a Denny's. On the late night menu, you have to look for it. It's not at every Denny's, but it's out there. They have my favorite meal. It's a hot dog with cheese and bacon. Yeah, not enough nitrates in a hot dog. Got to put some bacon on top of there. And use artificial cheese, because I hate that real shit. I want my cheese out of a can. And for an extra $1, they'll put chili on top of the whole thing. Yeah, it's for people who don't give a shit anymore. Yeah. Have you given up hope? Try this. That's a power meal. Chili dog with cheese and bacon, well, that's power food. That's the kind of food just marches right down your throat, you know. Follow me, boys. We're going to the heart. Now, what is that, lettuce? Get the fuck out of my... You, Chili, come with me. We're going to the colon. Quick, before he gets home. Come on. Quick, before he gets home. I'm not even kidding around about that part. Man, you eat a chili dog from Denny's, it's like a race with the devil to get back to your house. You know? You better hope you don't get caught at a long light, man, or stuck behind an out-of-state Winnebago or something. If you do, don't worry about it, man. Don't let anything ever get you down like that, man. Just forget it. See, I like to think positive. I like to go out and have fun no matter what. And nothing gets me down, not even the rain, like the weather. I love it when it rains, to tell you the truth. More rains, the more I like it. I love it when it rains. Yeah, I have my most fun in the rain. See, when it rains really hard, I like to run stop signs just to make cops get out of their car. You know what I mean? Fuck them. I got the money. Get out. Why make the money if you can't enjoy spending it? Think I'm standing there in the rain in a big puddle? All right, you. You know why I stopped you? Yeah. You know why I ran the sign? Thank you very much.
Oh, that was fun. I'll admit that was fun. I enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. Uh, I hope you guys enjoy that. That was a lot of that. That was better. That was better than I was actually expecting it to be. You know, I've said this about. Oh, hang on 1 second. Sorry about that. I just got a delivery. Anyway, um, I've said this about Jim Carrey as well. Um, I would love to see Drew Carey and Jim Carrey both return to the world of stand-up comedy. And in this particular case, if they both returned together, you could literally call it My Two Carries. Or Carey, Carey, and Carey. Whichever way you wanted to go, I think that would be a fantastic idea. Um, Very different styles, but very uniquely themselves. That's something that I've always enjoyed about Drew Carey, even in his stand-up, is that he's always just kind of done his own thing. And I love stand-up comics that are just like, I'm just gonna do my own thing. You know, I'm not trying to be a carbon copy of somebody else. I'm just gonna be uniquely me. And you know, whether it's when we were looking at Ron James a couple weeks ago, or David Cross last week, or really any of the comedians, Jay Moore, Paula Poundstone, Dana Carvey, Jim Brewer, Louis Anderson, like all the comedians that we've covered before, and for the most part, most of the comedians that we still we'll be talking about on Comedy Central's Top 100 Stand-Up Comedians of All Times. Like, Eddie Izzard is a huge prime example of that, too. Just so happened that was the one. Bernie Mac as well. Wanda Sykes. Dave Attell especially. Dave Attell is big, you know, just kind of doing his own thing the way that he wants to do it, you know. And I can't remember the guy's name. He's one of the guys from Monty Python. But he had a thing where it's like, you know, when you're starting out, you don't know what you're doing or how to do it. So it's okay to borrow and steal and stuff like that at the beginning. And then as you kind of figure out who you are as a comedian, you know, or who you are as an entertainer, you know, gear yourself towards that. You know, and truth be told, that kind of stuff is always far more rewarding than trying to fit. Like, one of my biggest idols in stand-up comedy is Bill Hicks, and my style is nothing like Bill Hicks. Another big influence is Ron White. My style is nothing like Ron White. You know, I could go through a list of comedians that are my idols, and my style is nothing like them. You know, doesn't mean I have any less respect for them. It doesn't mean I have any less love for them or anything like that. But I gotta do my own thing. I gotta be my own person. You know, I don't like, you know, being compared to people. It's flattering, but I also like the idea that people will look at me and be like, well, he might be kind of like other, you know, this person or that person or this person or that person, but he's uniquely himself as well. With that all being said, I'm just doing a quick look over the comedians that we've covered already, which means, technically speaking, Ron James was our first Canadian comic that we've ever talked about, but officially, at least as far as the Comedy Central Top 100 Stand-Up Comedians of All Time goes, Norm Macdonald is our first Canadian stand-up comic, which has to count for something. Not sure what it counts for, but it has to count for something. With that all being said, thank you all so very much for joining me today. It has, as always, been a pleasure to spend some time with you guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. Always remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do. You should probably stay away from most of the things I would do. And always, take care and keep laughing.